Hi, I'm Annabelle, and welcome to my corner of paradise. Join me as I show you how to cook great food for friends and family. It's harvest time in my garden. There's so much to choose from, whether you're after a snack or something nice to cook. But the one thing I don't have in big supply is grapes. And across the lake at my friend's vineyard, it's time to thin the unripe grapes off the vines. So I'm going to head across in my little boat for a visit. The small sour grapes they don't want are just what I need, because I want to make verjuice, the key ingredient in a special vintner's dinner I'm having tonight. We'll start with some yummy finger food, fragrant baked olives, soy roasted almonds and crunchy lavash. And that's served with creamy polenta and braised red cabbage. And to finish, a sweet light verjuice nectarine jelly. I just love oregano. It's so intense and aromatically spicy, and every time I taste it, it takes me back to the Mediterranean and that really hot sun and delicious pizzas in Naples, and it's going to be really delicious in my lavash because you don't need very much and it'll just give it a real zing. Lavash is such a fabulous crisp bread. It's the simplest thing to make, and yet it's often expensive to buy. Start by preheating the oven to 160 degrees Celsius. Then in a mixing bowl, stir together a cup of plain flour, a third of a cup of wholemeal flour, and 2 tablespoons each of black sesame seeds and white sesame seeds. And I love that combination. It's just so, when you bite into it, it's just so Moorish. Just eat and eat and eat them. Now I just add a tablespoon of finely chopped oregano and a teaspoon of salt. Then into half a cup of water, I add 1/4 cup of olive oil and a teaspoon of sesame oil. Give it a whisk and add into the dry ingredients, stirring to form a soft dough. So just like that, it's ready, and you won't believe how many of those delicious lavash this is going to make. Divide the dough into 4 pieces and roll each one out on a lightly floured board as thinly as possible. So you really want to get it incredibly thin, paper thin. You think you've got it thin? Keep rolling. And then you'll see it's just about, sort of like paper, see-through. And that means that when it cooks, it's going to be so crunchy and crisp. When you bake a biscuit like this that you want to be really crunchy, you need to cook it in a reasonably low temperature oven, because that way it goes crunchy before it goes brown. Brush with oil and sprinkle lightly with salt. Then bake until crisp and pale golden. About 15 minutes. So now they're cold, they can be stored in an airtight container and they'll keep for weeks. Anyway, I thought I'd take some across the lake to my lovely winemaker friends. So I've got some cheese, my lovely lavash, some dried pears, and it's such a lovely combination with a glass of wine.